welcome to my YouTube channel, Love for Intuitive Astrology. So my name is Michelle and I'm an intuitive astrologer. I combine my knowledge of astrology with my intuition, and this will be reflected in this video. So today I will talk about the month of December, already the last month of this year of 2024. And I will start off with a general description of this month, of this upcoming month. And then I will go to each and every single sign. And I recommend you to watch your rising sign and your sun sign. You can also watch your moon sign. But before I'm going to start with the month of December, this forecast, I want to thank you with all my heart. Thank you so much. We just surpassed 10,000 subscribers and I'm so grateful. So in order to return something to you, I'm going to do 2 half-an-hour intuitive astrology session giveaways. And if you want to participate, you can participate by leaving a comment below this video. Write in capital letters giveaway plus the goal of 2025. I want to know what is a goal or what is going to be something you're going to focus on in 2025, because I think it's so important to focus on something that makes you wake up every single day. So this could be starting a family, this could be starting a new job or starting your own business. It can be anything, any type of goal that is going to be important for you. You could start creating healthy habits, something like this. So yeah, I would love to hear from you. And in January, I will make another video and there I will announce the winner. So keep an eye on the videos. And also this is only for subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my channel. And yeah, keep up with the videos because I'm going to announce some winners, and I do that with every 1,000 subscribers. So I already spoke to some of you and it's been truly amazing to meet a lot of the viewers. So thank you so much for all your support. I'm super grateful. So let's start with the month of December. This month, I would say, you know, when you have this dream and you want to run, and then suddenly you can't move forward and you're like really frustrated. I really don't like this type of dreams. So if I have to put this month onto something, I would say it's a dream like this, but then in reality. Because we're going to have the energy to move forward, but something is going to hold us back. There's this really weird energy of excitement. I want to do stuff. I want to do things and I want to move forward, but somehow you're being held back. And I'm going to explain to you why this is happening. And we're going to start off this month with a new moon in the sign of Sagittarius, okay? So for some of you, that's still on the 30th of November, but you know, I didn't make a video for November because of many reasons, and I'm going to make a video about everything that's happened in the past few months. It's been a ride, but I'm gonna talk about that. This is just for the astrology. So this new moon is already kind of an example of what I just said, because we have this new moon at 9 degrees in the sign of Sagittarius, and it's in opposition with Jupiter in Gemini. So these are quite 2 exciting signs, right? You want to move forward, but Jupiter is retrograde and Mars is still direct, but it will station retrograde on the 6th of December, okay? And it will be there until, if I have it correctly, I had a notebook here. 23rd of February, if I remembered this correctly. Did I remember that correctly? Yeah, 23rd of February, yes. Okay, good. So it will be retrograde until the 23rd of February. So it's starting off in the sign of Leo, okay? And last month in November, we already had an opposition with Mars and Pluto. And Pluto just arrived in the sign of Aquarius. And it will be there until 2044. So it's pretty major, pretty big, a lot of changes, okay? We're going from Let's stick to the old, let's stick to everything exciting, new, out of the box. And Pluto is first working with extremes, especially in the first few degrees, because it's still getting used to this sign and it wants to experiment. Because Uranus is really this planet that wants to experiment, that wants to think out of the box, and is looking for excitement, but also looking at the future. So what does the future look like? This opposition is definitely going to bring up some frustrations, okay? Especially when Mars is going to be retrograde, because first they're in an opposition, then Mars moving forward and backwards. So there is going to be another opposition, but then with Mars retrograde, and that's going to be a little bit more frustrating. Because Mars retrograde is bringing out all your frustrations that you put very nicely in a box in your body. I don't want to look back to this. I'm going to keep it safe in my body. I'm going to keep away this anger. And anger very often is stuck in the shoulder blades in the back, okay? So this anger is suddenly coming out. And when we look at the signs of Aquarius and Leo, these are very free signs. They want to, Leo wants to express express themselves. Yeah, express their creativity. And when we look at Aquarius, it wants to express their freedom. So where do you feel stuck in your life? And we're going to go to the sides. So we're going to dive into the part of your life where you're going to feel a little bit frustrated maybe, or stuck. If you don't feel any frustration, right, there is nothing that is still stuck within you. I'm always bringing up the possibilities that these planets could bring forward, okay? If nothing is happening, then there's nothing to release. It really depends on how you act on your self-expression, on how you act on for example, equality and feeling equal with other people, because Aquarius wants equality, okay? And Leo wants to express themselves freely. And we're going to have to merge those two together, but they're going to be a clash first, okay? So yeah, this new moon in Sagittarius, going back to that, is also in a trine with Mars. So it's, when it's still direct, it's going to really feel exciting, you want to do many things, but then it's also in a square with Saturn, which is like holding you back. But do we have all the facts? Can we really move forward? It can feel like something is blocking you from moving forward, okay? And then Jupiter's retrograde. So this new moon is in an opposition with Jupiter and it's retrograde. So it can feel a bit restless. It can feel like many things. And then as well, Venus, which is in Capricorn. And Venus in Capricorn is more money focused. It's like, okay, how we're going to manage the money, how we're going to, it's more serious about expressing love if you have Venus in your natal planet, okay? This is more about serious love. You want something that's lasting and you are willing to wait for that, okay? So it's more about things that last. And it's in a trine with Uranus, so these are opposite. Again, we're in this crazy opposite energies because Venus in a trine with Uranus wants excitement, wants to burst and bring out new innovative ideas. But yeah, it's like something is holding you back. So write it down. My recommendation is write it down. Then we also have Mercury retrograde, okay? The good thing is on the 15th of December 2024, we're going to have a full moon in the sign of Gemini. And this is the day where Mercury will station direct again. Okay, so by the end of the month, we don't have to deal with Mercury retrograde anymore. So it will be more safe to buy electronics or contracts sign contracts. However, there is a little bit of an however, where this new moon is in a square with Saturn and we're going towards the end of the month. So also around Christmas, Mercury will be in a square with Saturn. And this is kind of a feel like Mercury retrograde, because you're gonna feel restricted in speaking up. So maybe you're sitting around the table with your family and you're thinking many things, but you don't know how to verbalize it, and it doesn't come out very much right, okay? Or it feels like it cannot come out the right way. And this is what people experience who have that in their natal chart, right? They always feel like, oof, I don't know if I'm saying the right thing. I don't know if this is the right timing. So you're always kind of looking for that. This full moon in Gemini, I mean, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So it's all about your thought process, gathering information. It's a very chatty sign, but the moon is about feeling. So we're having head and we're having emotions. And emotions are connected to the heart, to feeling, right? So in order to work with this energy, you're gonna have to talk about your emotions, talk about your feelings, okay? This full moon on the 15th is at 23 degrees, okay, in Gemini. So this is especially going to have an impact on people who have planets in either Sagittarius or Gemini around 23 degrees. So literally this month is closing down a huge time period, okay? We're closing down a lot of things from the past. With Mars retrograde, you're really looking back, and maybe you have to revise a project or a creative project that you worked on in order for you to move forward. Maybe it's not the right time yet, because you have to look back, okay, what can I optimize? Where do I lack passion in my life? Like, is this really what I want to do? So we're gonna have to take a look within to really see what is suiting us. Is that still suit us? Or do we need to go to something else maybe? Is what you're doing really something that you're after? And it's also about your confidence, because Leo is a sign, it's ruled by the sun. So this is about your confidence. Where don't you feel really confident? Where can you work on your confidence to become a sunshine? Because Leo will work best when it works with passion, with excitement for what they are doing. And when they don't like, this energy, so I'm not talking about only sunshine Leos, people with a lot of Leo, if they don't go after what they desire or crave for, like an exciting project, they will just sleep. It's like a lion, right? Like they will just sleep if there's nothing to go after. It's like, yeah, why would I still do anything? Like, it doesn't make sense. So it's important to go after this creativity. This full moon is also in a square with Neptune, and I want to make a video about this because this is pretty major, especially in 2025, is the North Node and Neptune, and they're coming together already. And for now, the North Node is still in Aries, so it's rounding up its time in Aries, and the South Node in Libra. And boy, was 2024 the year of breakups. Like, people are like, why were there so many breakups? This is because the South Node is cutting off everything that's no longer serving you. Libra is the sign of relationships, okay? And yeah, this will show you what's working, what's not working. But some people actually came back together from the past. Something, maybe you are in the right vibration to meet each other again. So also a lot of reconciliations happened this year, okay? So the North Node in Aries, which soon will go to Pisces, there is a lot of subject and emphasis on creativity, exploring your creativity, spirituality. There will be a lot of things related to spirituality, but Neptune is also illusion. So what is real and what is not? And sometimes it's so hard to grasp because there's so much information out there. So many things that is thrown at you. Like, what do you believe in? Like, what is real for you? And the important thing is to always keep an open mind. And, there could be truth in anything you read. And there could be something to be found negative in anything you see or read, right? Like literally, if I post a video, like some people get really good information out of it and others just look at a wall that's ugly or I need a haircut. So, you know, it depends how you look at a video. Like what is being reflected to you and what can you learn? You know, I'm really always trying to be as open as possible so you can grow yourself and discern the information for yourself, because ultimately to get a spiritual awakening you have to take responsibility and you have to focus on what makes you happy. Okay, because I cannot tell you, I can just read your chart. Like even for my clients, I always give them the freedom to choose, but I just recommend them, like, you know, you would be so good at this, or maybe have a look at that. And some people haven't even explored some parts of themselves. So I think it's so beautiful to look at your chart or to see what are the possibilities, but ultimately you're the one that has to move forward with that. And that's where we see the North Node in Aries, because Aries is this forwarding sign. It's all about the leadership. So it's about moving forward into your own passions, okay? So yeah, around Christmas, I think it's nice to talk about that as well. So like I said, we have Mercury square Saturn during Christmas, and Mercury will be in the sign of Sagittarius for pretty much the whole month. It's a nice sign because Sagittarius is very blunt, likes to read, likes to keep an open mind and explore. So this will be the subject as well, especially nearing the end of the month. It's going to be in an opposition with Gemini. So, and then there is Saturn in the mix, right? The square with Saturn. So it's kind of a weird vibe. It's this T-square that's happening on Christmas. And that means Mercury is in opposition with Jupiter in a square with Saturn. So it's like, I want to say so many things, but I'm not going to say it. I want to say so many things. So people are going to act maybe a bit nervous, especially when you don't speak up. It's going to be in your body. Then Venus is going to be in a square with Uranus, okay? So it's going to be excitement. It's going to be a bit of a restless energy. Then we're going to have another new moon this month, as if it wasn't enough, right? So we have a new moon in Capricorn on the 30th of December, and this will be at 9 degrees. So it's also going to be at 9 degrees, just like the new moon in Sagittarius. And this time we still have Mercury square Saturn opposite. So this T-square is still there. Venus is still in a square with Uranus. Mars is in a trine with Neptune. So by now, Mars is slowly going towards Cancer, which is going to be in January. And then Mars retrograde will have a different vibe, a different meaning, okay? Because in Leo, it's more focused on your self-expression. It's more focused on your confidence. And when it goes to Cancer, it's in a water sign, and Mars doesn't like to be in Cancer very much because Cancer is very feminine energy. It is a cardinal leading energy, but it's more soft. It leads with a feminine energy. So they're going to be things related to family, because Cancer rules the 4th house. This is related to family. So could be frustrations regarding family, your emotions, okay? Because water, it goes like this. It flies different directions. So it's going to be very hard to pinpoint your emotions and your anger. Like, where's my anger going? Is it there? Is it there? Is it there? So you can only really grasp it when you're quiet and meditating, okay? So I think I've done enough for the introduction. So I think it's time to start with all the signs, okay? So let's start with Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So the month of December, there's going to be a lot of big shifts for you. Especially if you are an early degree Sun, Moon, and Rising, okay? Between 0 and 5 degrees, you're going to feel the North Node coming closer to your Sun, Moon, and Rising, which could bring you in a new direction. But in general, the past year was really pinpointing you towards something new, like something that maybe was destined for you, okay? And also leading you towards something that is more related to who you truly are. Pluto moved into your 11th house of friendships, community, and you know, at the beginning, Venus, well, this month, Venus is accompanying Pluto in the 11th house. Okay, at the beginning of the month, still in Capricorn, and then it's moving into Aquarius. So there will be some lessons regarding to your friendships, regarding maybe money and friendships. And also you will see more clearly with Pluto who is supportive of your hobbies and who isn't, okay? Because of this Mars opposition with Pluto and later on Mars retrograde in this opposition, okay? And this will be related to, and also your children, like maybe your friends are advising you things that aren't the best for you. Things will be shown to you about your community. It could simply be that you don't resonate so much with your community anymore. There could be some jealousy because Pluto will show you the extreme side, right? It can show you the jealousy that is around you. So yeah, there will be some changes when it comes to your friends. Maybe you feel like you can't really express yourself fully with certain friends that are around you, okay? Jupiter is in the 3rd house, and we're going to have also a full moon in Gemini and a new moon in Sagittarius. So between the 1st of December and the 15th of December could be a time for you to travel. Okay, you might be traveling. You might be going back to a place where you've been before or a city you've visited before, okay? You don't have to travel far away. Some of you are simply just taking a small trip, a city trip. This is also a time for you if you're doing any resits or exams, because we do have retrograde in the mix, that maybe you have to do a re-examination. It's a good time to do that, okay? But it's better for you to do that after the 15th if there are general exams, and you can control when the timing of it, okay? Especially if you have Mercury direct in your natal chart, okay? Neptune is very close to the North Node in your sign. It will move to Pisces in January. And this is going to create a bit of fogginess, especially if you're, again, early degree, someone in rising, you're going to be highly impacted by this, because you're going to feel more foggy than usual, less sharp, but more creative, more spiritual, okay? The downside of this could be addiction, so be aware of that, okay? Don't drink too much or do too much food or stuff like that, because that's the shadow side of Neptune. Let me get you a card. Firm foundation. So some of you are definitely trying to find your foundation. And just between you and me, Jupiter will go into Cancer next year. So that would be a good time for you to move, especially in the second half a year of 2025, okay? Emotional loss, like some of you had to lose something. This could be shredding emotions. This could be a person, and this is something that you are healing. So you're healing from something that you have lost. And with Saturn in the 12th house, you are definitely working on your subconscious patterns as well. And with Mars retrograde in the 5th house, you could feel some anger even from childhood that could come back to you, okay? Partnerships and alliances. So there could be a partnership that's formed, and very soon the South Node in Libra is going to leave your 7th house. So it either could have cut off a relationship, okay, you could have separated, or it could have brought you back together with someone from the past. But very soon it will be in the sign of Virgo, so it will be out of the house of relationships. So there is a higher chance, if you're single, to meet someone again if you don't want to go back with someone from a past life or from the past. Anyways, that's my message for you, my amazing Aries. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget, if you want to participate in this giveaway session, I'm doing 2 half-an-hour giveaways, intuitive astrology sessions. And you can participate by writing capital letter plus the goal that you have for 2025. And I'm going to let you know the winners in January, in one of the January videos. So keep an eye on them because, yeah, I'm going to announce there. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the sign of Taurus. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So for you, we have this new moon in Sagittarius. It will be in your 8th house. And this full moon in Gemini will be in your 2nd house. So we can conclude that a lot of the focus of the month of December is going to be on your finances, okay? And for you, most exciting time will be next year when Jupiter will station direct. Then the money can definitely come to you. But in general, there could be money coming back from something you've done in the past, okay? You could be getting some money back, some money from the government. And also it's time for you to do some money management, like how much money is coming in, how am I going to organize my money, and making a strategy on perhaps making more money, okay? Pluto just moved to your 10th house of career, public visibility, and it's going to be in an opposition with Mars for most of the month. Mars is going to be in your 4th house this month, okay? This is related to your home situation, your family. And since it's stationing retrograde on the 6th of December, so especially around Christmas, be aware of frustrations popping up with the family, okay? Old pains might be coming back. Maybe you feel that you can't be fully yourself or you can't fully express yourself within your family. There's some frustrations that might be coming up. It could also be related to your work. So this month, your work could be preventing you from fully being with your family. So you might be frustrated because of that. Because with oppositions, there are some extremes. You're either going to go to Pluto or you're going to go to Mars. That sounds really cool. It's like space travel. You can go to Pluto or you can go to Mars. Yeah, this is going to be the opposition. And you have to find a midway in between, okay? So try to deal with these frustrations. And also because Pluto is in the 10th house for a lot of you, not everyone yet. Check your chart, okay? I'm reading, this is general reading, so it might be that Pluto is still in your 9th house, but to make it most accurate, I'm using the whole house system for general readings, and when I do private readings, I use the Placida system, okay? Because I have to make it most accurate possible. Yeah, and we have Uranus in a trine with Venus. So there might be some sudden shifts or changes in your work situation. And this could be frustrating, but it's kind of telling you to be flexible and to really go with the flow, okay? Wow, there were already 3 cards that wanted to jump out. So the waiting game, we have quite some retrograde, so be patient. It's about having a bit of patience. We have triumphant and success, because success is coming your way, okay? And, you know, the sword is telling you maybe you need to cut off certain beliefs or negative belief systems, okay? And it could even be that sometimes people could be draining your energy. So be aware of that you make a good protection system and you cut cords. That really helps crown chakra. So listen to your ideas, write them down this month, okay? Because they could really help you in the process of your work, okay? Saturn in the 11th house is kind of, your friendships are maybe a bit more on the back. Do you say the back burner? The back? They're more in the back. So you're really evaluating your friendships, and maybe your focus is just a little bit less on your friendships than usual, okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Taurus. If you want to participate in the giveaway, you can write in the comments giveaway plus your goal for 2025. Can be anything, something that you're gonna focus on in this year and in January, and I will announce the winner in one of my videos. So make sure to subscribe because this is only for subscribers, and yeah, I'm going to announce the winner in January. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and that you're gonna have an amazing month. Thank you so much. Let's move on to Gemini. So Gemini, Sun and Rising. For you this month is very focused on relationships. And that's because on the 1st of December, we're going to have this new moon in Sagittarius. And we have this full moon on the 15th in Gemini. And then we have another new moon in the 8th house. So these are houses that are going to be getting a lot of importance this month. So you're gonna maybe have some things you need to talk about in your relationship. So if you're in a romantic relationship, this could also be a business partner, and you're gonna have to go over the year, like maybe going over the months, and maybe you're gonna talk about certain things that you didn't like or you do like, and you're gonna make some kind of new plan for the new year. Just to go over maybe some, irritations or some good things, right? It's just about, and even some of you could hear from people from the past. I know it sounds very cliche, but sometimes we haven't fully rounded up a relationship that, that you thought was ended, but is it ended from both sides? Or maybe there is something more to experience, okay? And I'm leaving that completely up to you. So Jupiter is in your first house, but it's going to have even more value when it's going to station direct. So this month it could give you a bit of restlessness, okay? Because you want to move forward, you want to do many things with Jupiter in the first house. You have the enthusiasm to do all of those things, and somehow you're feeling restricted, okay? You're feeling like, okay, I don't know how to do that, because there is a square with Saturn as well in the 10th house. So it's kind of restricting you from fully going after the job that you want. It's like, I want to start this job, I want to move forward, but somehow I'm not fully getting the green light. It will be a lot better when Saturn is out of the 10th house, okay? Next year, you will feel that your career is gonna flow more. It's gonna flow a lot better. And, but because it doesn't go well yet, it doesn't mean it's not something you're supposed to do, okay? Because I don't know how many people told me that I should stop with my YouTube channel, or that, it was going really slow. And then suddenly it started to grow. And because I really felt that it was something that gives me joy. So pick something that you really like, and then follow that feeling, okay? If you have this urge and this really strong feeling that you should do something, then you know for sure that's something you should chase, okay? If you're gonna have backlash after backlash for 2 years, okay, then maybe it's not something you're supposed to do, but it's also not gonna give you joy anymore. So you will know, like, I think a lot of people think that something needs to be successful right away, but it's more important to do something that you like, so it's more easy to follow that path, okay, and to stick with it, because sometimes you have to work towards something and work hard, and this is what Saturn is teaching you, okay? That's why I am telling this story. Then we have Mars retrograde after the 6th of December in your 3rd house, and it's opposing Pluto in the 9th house, okay? So if you're gonna travel, keep an eye on your schedule, okay? Because there could be some disruptions, some disagreements with flight companies, things like that. It could also be communication issues with siblings. If you travel to a sibling, it could be that there might be some, not fights, but some irritations that might be coming up, or with your neighbors. And this is also related to studying. So if you're studying something, you could be feeling a bit frustrated. But don't give up hope. Believe in yourself and, finish the study. And if not, you can leave it until next year and go for it. Because you're gonna have the planet of Jupiter supporting you, okay? Then this new moon in Capricorn is going to be in your 8th house. So this is related to your money. So keep an eye on your third party money. So this is money from your partner, money with a business partner, okay? This is also time to look at your cycles. Maybe there is a cycle you really want to break. Maybe you've been in companies that you don't like, because Capricorn rules the 10th house, okay? So maybe you have to make a sacrifice in order for you to change something. Something you have to let something go, make space, so something new can come into your life, okay? Solitude. So maybe some of you need some time alone, need some time to reflect. Moving on, look at that. It's time to leave that situation that is no longer serving you, and you know what that is about, okay? Nobody else can tell you. So one last card, disruption. So if something is continuously disrupted or you're not feeling good about something, listen to your feelings. Take your time before making a decision, okay? Don't rush. Patience and planning. You need patience and planning towards what it is that you want to do. You don't have to decide today, okay? You can decide whenever you want, whenever you're ready, and then you're going to go after what it is that you want to achieve. Take as much time. Be patient with yourself. And before I say goodbye to my lovely Geminis, I'm doing 2 half-an-hour intuitive session giveaways. If you want to participate, write in capital letters, giveaway, plus your goal for 2025 can be anything. Could be something that you're working on personally, your diet, your travel plans. I don't know what it is. Just let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And in January, I'm going to pick 2 winners, and you have to be a subscriber, so make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much, Gemini. Let's move on to Cancer. So Cancer, Sun, and Rising. So good to see you. Let's start with your December 2024 forecast and the houses that are highlighted for you during this new moon in Sagittarius on the 1st of December. It's your 6th house. Then the full moon in Gemini will be about your 12th house. And we have, by the end of the month, on the 30th of December, we have a new moon in Capricorn in your 7th house, okay? So, oh, the door is slamming. Oh, sorry for the distraction. Anyways, 6th house is all about your routines, your health, okay? And funnily enough, December is not the month that most people start with a great diet, okay? But be a little bit aware of your diet this month. This is also about your colleagues, especially up until the 15th, we have Mercury retrograde. So there could be some miscommunications between you and your colleagues. So they might not really understand what you mean, or there might be some miscommunication. So make sure to talk things through, and if you can wait until after the 15th, that would be even better. However, we still have Mercury in a square with Saturn, okay? So if you're working and you're traveling to your home and you're still working from home, there could be some miscommunication with the company because there could be internet problems or just in general that you're not on the same level, and that's because you are in a distance from each other. So just be aware that you communicate clearly with your colleagues, and there might be some misunderstandings that doesn't even have to be someone's fault. It's just, you're understanding things differently, and this is very much based on people's perception. Like someone gives a speech and 3 people are getting a complete different understanding of your speech, okay? And they have different ideas of what you are saying. So then we have this month, we have Pluto in an opposition with Mars. Mars is stationing retrograde after the 6th of December. This has to do with your money, okay? So there's a lot of focus on your money, how you manage your money. If some of you are going through a court case or a divorce, really, really try to be as calm as possible, because otherwise it could be used against you. With Pluto, is very explosive, and there could be brought in very unfair situations, and Mars retrograde is bringing out a lot of frustration. So go to the gym, let out the frustrations over there, and come composed to where you need to be, just to make sure that things won't be used against you. Okay? And it's not going to stay that way, don't worry. It's December that is bringing out some issues with money, also with the government. Make sure that everything is organized, your taxes are in order, your papers are in order. Okay, this is very important to check in December. Jupiter for now is in your 12th house, is telling you to connect with yourself, to rest, to take time for yourself, to write, to meditate, because you're preparing for your year next year. Okay, it's not like you should sit still, but it is about not going too fast yet. Okay, take your time, be gentle with yourself, and be sweet, because you know you're preparing for next year. And then now it's like you're rounding things up, and you're gonna feel that maybe some things are no longer serving you anymore. Like, I don't like this anymore. And with Saturn in the 9th house, you could be feeling like, I don't want to travel that much, or you're restricted to travel. You know, that's another way of feeling this energy. Then this new moon on the 30th of December is highlighting your relationships. Okay, so this is about your romantic relationships. And let me see, we have Mercury in an opposition with Jupiter. Okay, so yeah, if you're looking for love, this could be a time that you could meet someone new. Okay, just make sure that this is someone that is a keeper, or if you're open to something fun, because we have Venus in a square with Uranus. If you're just looking for fun, this is the time. If you're looking for something more serious, make sure to really see if this person is also serious about you, because it's a general aspect that is happening. So everyone has that authority. So I feel like a lot of you Cancers are taking back authority in your life, and you're questioning certain situations that maybe you haven't questioned before. After having Pluto in your 7th house for such a long time, you've learned so many things. And I feel like you've been coming so much closer to yourself, okay? The South Node is in the 4th house, okay? So some of you are suddenly moving. Someone wrote in the comments, I say okay too much. I'm just realizing that I say it. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not a native English speaker, so yeah, that's what happens. So the South Node is in your 4th house, and it could cut you off from your homeland, your home situation. You could be moving for work as well. And very soon it will go into your 3rd house. So it's also going to reconnect you with your family. The difficulties with your family will be kind of more smooth or resolved even. Solitude. So for some of you with Jupiter in the 12th house, it's time to spend some time by yourself. So go to work, do your things. It's maybe a bit boring, right? The routines, but it's time to really be sweet to yourself and rest, because you're preparing for the next big thing, Cancer. Okay. Sacral chakra. So it's time to express your creativity. Maybe you've been hiding a side of yourself that you want to express. Could be healthy ways of expressing yourself. Maybe expressing your anger with Mars in a retrograde, okay? You could be going back to certain projects and finish them around this time. You could be making money from them. But choose wisely, okay? And take your time. You don't have to decide today what you're going to do. You could be deciding later, because this is not a very decisive month. We have Mercury retrograde, and then we have Mercury in a square with Saturn after the 15th of December. So it's kind of restricting. It's like, I want to move forward, but I can't, like I said in the beginning. So it gives a bit of contradictory energies. Prosperity begins. So you're planting a seed for prosperity. Give yourself the time to plan, discover, and Neptune is coming very close to your midheaven. Okay, this is not for everyone. This is a general reading, right? You have to check in your own chart where your midheaven starts. But if you're an early degree Cancer ascendant, it's going to be close to your midheaven, which can make you very successful in arts or in spiritual projects, or anything very creative is going to help you. Okay, if you have very focused work, it can zone you out sometimes. So that's my message for you, my amazing Cancer. If you want to participate in my free giveaway, I'm going to give away 2 intuitive astrology readings and 2 half-an-hour intuitive astrology readings, and you can win it by leaving a comment below with capital letters giveaway plus the goal you have for 2025. I would love to know, and you have to subscribe to win this reading, and I'm going to announce them in January in one of my videos, so keep an eye on that. And maybe I'll speak to you very soon. Thank you so much for watching, Cancer. And until next time, let's move on to Leo. So Leo, Sun and Rising. So for you, we have Sagittarius season in your 5th house. And we have this new moon as well in your 5th house at 9 degrees. So if you have your sun, moon, or ascendant close to 9 degrees, 5 degrees up or down, you're going to be especially impacted by this new moon. And it's really related to your creativity. So you might pick up a hobby that you were working on before. Mars is in your 1st house, and it's going to bring a little bit of frustrations for you, okay? After the 6th of December, it will retrograde, and it will be there until the 23rd of February. And it will only be in your sign at least for December. And this could bring up some frustrations. You know, maybe you want to work on something, you want to, you know, move forward, and it's not really completely letting you do that. Also be very, very careful if you're in a relationship, okay? Because it could be a bit explosive. So take some time apart if you feel that, you know, you're going to be too close to each other. Because Pluto now arrived in your 7th house, okay? Check in your chart. I mean, it could be still in the 6th, but I'm doing a general reading, and Aquarius is going to be in your 7th house. So this could relate to some problems in relationships in December, okay? Pluto in the 7th house is just bringing up all the shadow side within yourself and others when it comes to relationships, okay? So for example, if you don't have good boundaries and you're single, and you will meet someone that is representing everything that you're lacking. So you will meet someone that's very, very selfish. If you're a giver, you will meet someone that's very selfish. So this is being reflected back to you, and Pluto is much more aggressive doing so, okay? And this could make you feel frustrated. This could make you feel very frustrated, or if you are in a relationship, okay, be gentle with each other. But yeah, there could be some words going around. Also, if you have children, because Mercury is in a retrograde up until the 15th. And we also have, by the end of the month, we have Mercury in a square with Saturn. So there are some difficulty there with the children, or there could be even a divorce for some of you, talking about children, and it's very sensitive. So be aware that you don't drag them into this situation. And if your relationship is good and healthy, don't worry about it. If there is nothing to bring up, nothing will be brought up, okay? So it's just bringing up things that you've been stuffing in your body, trying to ignore. This is coming up, right? Because Pluto is about everything under the surface in the underworld that we're suppressing there. If you don't have anything suppressed there, nothing has to come out. So if you're in a healthy relationship, everything will be fine, and this will not damage your relationship. I just wanted to make that very clear. Jupiter is in the 11th house in Gemini. So this is a very social aspect, okay? Even though it's retrograde, you're still feeling like maybe meeting your friends. You could be reuniting with someone from the past or friends from the past. And yeah, it's really time to have fun with some friends. Go out with them, have fun, and enjoy. Let's get you a card, Leo. This new moon in Capricorn, it will be in your 6th house, okay? So this is very much related to your diet. So around Christmas, what's your diet? I know we all eat too much, or at least recover from that during your Capricorn season. And also, yeah, there will be some focus on work. So there might be some news regarding to your work, even though it's a weird timing, but it could be happening during the end of December. I'm getting sacrifice. So some of you had to sacrifice something in order to start something anew. And I know a lot of you with Jupiter in the 10th house, you've started a new job or you've done something new, and that could have been very scary for you to do, right? Because that's not just something that I know so many times that people say, oh, but you're very lucky. No, it's not like that. I'm not lucky. I just work hard and I make also very often stupid mistakes, right? But I learn from them and I keep going. Because if you don't try, you will always wonder, what if, right? Sometimes we have to try things. And if it doesn't work out, that's totally okay. And soon I will bring out a video that will be very clear that I tried something that didn't work out. And I want to own it. And I want to see what I learned from it. Because I want to be very clear that making a mistake is not really a mistake. And, you know, I want to understand that even after a spiritual awakening or something, that, you know, heaven is not coming down for you and everything will be perfect. There will still be obstacles. As long as we're here, we're learning, and it's how you deal with it. Okay, that's most important. Rest and rejuvenate. So make sure that you also have some rest and make a walk in nature or something. Go into nature, relax. Okay, so one more card for my Leos. Yeah, we have Uranus in a trine with Venus at the beginning of the month. So there could be some good news, especially if you're doing something online or you're doing something scientific. There could be some good news. And after that, it will be Venus in a square with Uranus by the end of the month. So this is more of a sudden shift, disruption. So there might be some ups and downs, okay? But meditate on it. Find support with your friends and let it just flow through you. And, you know, there's never really a mistake. You didn't make a mistake, or what you're feeling is real, okay? Sometimes we're trying to deny our feelings. Us humans became very good at that. Sometimes you have to allow yourself to really feel and not to be ashamed of your feelings, okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Leos. Have fun, okay? This is a month for you to have fun. Be creative. Find hobbies that make you so happy. This is going to be the best month to do that for you. And there will be some news about your work. And before I go, if you want to participate in my free giveaway, so I'm going to give 2 intuitive astrology sessions away, 2 half-an-hour astrology sessions for free. So if you want to participate, write giveaway in capital letters plus your goal for 2025, because I would love to hear from you. I'm very curious what you're up to. In January, I'm going to pick 2 winners, okay? So keep an eye on my channel. Make sure to subscribe. This is only for subscribers. And until next time, thank you so much, Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. So Virgo, Sun and Rising. We have a lot of focus for you in the month of December on your 4th house. So this new moon is Sagittarius at the beginning of the month. And your 10th house. So this is related to your work. And with Jupiter in the 10th house, your work is really at the forefront. So this is time to focus on your career, especially next year when Jupiter is moving direct. This is your time to shine, okay? So whatever it is that you feel you want to go after, make sure your base is strong, okay? You have a strong base within yourself, and that you're confident enough to go after what it is that you want, especially Virgo rising, okay? Especially Virgo rising. Mercury will station direct again after the 15th of December. So after that, it's going to be better for you to sign any contracts. However, we still have Mercury in a square with Saturn, okay, by the end of the month. So this is still not great. If you can postpone it until January, that would be better. But if you can't, then just read the details very correctly and, get a lawyer or something to look at it if you really need to. Okay, so by the end of the month as well, there will be some maybe serious conversations with your family or your partner and your family. Could be that they're not fully supportive of who you're dating, or there is going to be a little bit of restrictive communication. It could be that your partner doesn't say very much during Christmas. Make sure to listen to him or her after Christmas and, talk things through. If you're single, right, with Saturn in the 7th house, you're really looking for someone serious. It's like, I'd rather be alone. And in general, Virgo is a sign that doesn't matter if you're alone or not, right? Because you're naturally the hermit, especially Virgo suns. They are less bothered by being alone than, some of the other energies. So even if you have a lot of planets in Virgo, you will still carry this energy of the hermit. We have this new moon in Capricorn. So this could potentially bring in new love for you. If it's serious or not, that's going to be up to you, because we have Venus in a square with Uranus, which could be a fling. It could be more, but you have to really experience that and go through that, if that's really something you're after or not. Mars is in the 12th house and it's stationing retrograde after the 6th of December. And this is really about a bit of frustrations, because you cannot fully access Mars. It's also in a retrograde. So it's bringing back to you things from past lives. So weird feelings that you can't really pinpoint. Could be bringing in secret enemies, like people who are talking badly behind your back. I always say, what I don't know, I don't care, right? Like when I started my YouTube channel, people made fun of me and regarding the job I was doing, but I don't really mind. I mean, this is what brings me joy, and people can say whatever they want, right? Like, I want people to be brave and go after what it is they want to do, no matter how weird it is. So yeah, people can talk about you, Virgo. They might say certain things. With Jupiter in the 10th house, you might try something new. And yeah, if you're gonna succeed, people are gonna be against you. It's always like that. The people who are there to support you are your true friends. This is gonna be shown during these periods that you're thriving and you're gonna do very well. You will see exactly who your real friends are. So keep your eyes open to that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting challenges and obstacles. So people don't see that in order to get where you want to be, sometimes you have challenges and obstacles, right? They don't see that sometimes you have to overcome something to get somewhere. Also, be very, very careful with your health, Virgo. I'm not saying it's super serious, but if you feel something during the month of December, because we have Pluto in an opposition with Mars retrograde in the 12th house, Pluto in your 6th, be aware of your health. If you feel something is not right, go to a doctor. I'm all about science and holistic approach together. So do both of them and you're gonna feel a lot better soon. Base chakra. What did we talk about? Your base needs to be strong. It needs to be good in order for you to go after your job or after the career that is suiting for you, that is fitting you. Sacral chakra, creativity, okay? Especially by the end of this month and January, this will be very focused on your creativity. And maybe you could be starting something new or just something for fun, right? You don't always have to make a hobby a job. And I know that this is very much a Virgo trait. Like you're always looking at something that you can add, but sometimes you can do something for fun. Universe. Okay, the universe has your back. So even if it looks like things are not fully supporting you, they actually are, right? It just sends you in a bit of a loop because there are some things you have to learn. Counseling. Some of you are going to a counselor or are counselors, right? Because Virgo, you're a very good listener and your advice is very much appreciated. So you could even be a counselor with your colleagues. Like, people want honest advice, they should go to Virgos, okay? Because secretly you're studying people. You're studying people. You're quiet and you're looking and observing, and that's why also Virgo is so intuitive, because you're very much in tune with other people and you're ruled by Mercury, so you're very good at giving advice and looking at the different sides of things, and you're judging on the inside but you won't show it. Yeah. Anyways, my Virgos, that was my message for you. And before I go, if you want to participate in the free giveaway that I will announce in January, I will give away 2 half-an-hour intuitive astrology readings. If you want to participate, write capital letters plus, and then your goal for 2025. So something that you're going to focus on. I would love to hear from you. And in January, I will pick 2 subscribers from my channel for this free reading. So I might be speaking to you very soon. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you. Let's move on to the next sign of Libra. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. So the month of December is very much focused on your 3rd house because of Sagittarius season and this new moon in Sagittarius at 9 degrees. And also this full moon in Gemini, which will be in your 9th house. So a lot of you Libras are traveling. Okay, you might be going on a trip. And just make sure that you look for delays, changes in the schedule. It could be that you're traveling to meet your siblings, or you're traveling with your siblings. This is very much a possibility. At the beginning of the month, watch out for miscommunication, okay? Things that maybe you misunderstand each other a little bit. Because up till the 15th, we have Mercury retrograde, okay? Then the new moon in Capricorn will be in your 4th house of family. So yeah, during Christmas or, just before Christmas, you might want to spend time with your family. We do have Mercury in a square with Saturn, and this is more related to your siblings than your family, okay? It could also be, because Saturn is in the 6th house, that things in the job are maybe not as you wished it would be, and you're not fully communicating that yet, but sometimes family knows you very well, and they could be seeing that you are hiding something or that you're not telling them something, and they might be asking you. So it's totally up to you, right? It could be related to your health situation or your work situation, something that you're not fully telling because maybe it's Christmas and you're like, I don't want to tell these things. So also a time, December, for studying, but it might bring some delays, or you might have to study more than usual, okay? It could be that you're easily distracted, or your mind is running different directions and it's hard to focus on the subjects that you need to focus on, okay? So give yourself a break, give yourself a lot of love, and read in your own time, and read it more times if you need to. Just be gentle to yourself. We have Mars. Mars is going to be retrograde it's going to station retrograde from the 6th of December. It will be in an opposition for most of the month with Pluto. Pluto just entered your 5th house, okay? So there's going to be some frustration with friends. Maybe they're not supporting your hobbies or your new love, right? Maybe you are dating people. Maybe you're doing your own thing in that, right? Maybe you're in a relationship that they're not fully supporting. So you might find some frustrations from your friends or from you, and could even be related to your kids or the hobbies that you're doing. There might be some conflict there. And this will kind of pass after December, but it will fully be there, this type of energy. So it's not a great month for friendships, okay? There might be a bit of, a bit of miscommunication. The South Node is almost out of your sign, okay? There was a lot that you, Libra, had to let go of in this year. In December, it will be at, around 2 degrees. It will almost go to the sign of the South Node in Virgo and the North Node in Pisces. So there will be more emphasis on work and on your health, and less emphasis on you and relationships, because some of you Libras had to let go of a relationship that was no longer serving you. You also really had to rebalance yourself. So how much energy do I give to myself and how much energy do I give to others? And you might have experienced these two extremes, giving too much, receiving too much. And you're setting the scales in balance again, okay? So how much are you giving to your partner, to your friends, and how much are you giving to yourself? So you really had to rebalance yourself, literally. Okay, Capricorn is in the 4th house, and some of you might literally be moving by the end of the month, which is kind of a strange timing, but you might be moving or visiting family. Spending New Year's with your family. Alrighty, harmony. This is crazy. Didn't we just talk about rebalancing yourself? Look at this, Libra. I can't make this up. You are rebalancing yourself. And you know what? If you did break up with Chiron in the 7th house, you're going to rebalance yourself. And then you will meet someone that is suiting for you, It's no harm to spend some time alone. It's very good. It's going to be really about rebalancing yourself, and then you can meet someone that is at your vibration, okay? And it's not someone that, I'm not someone that just talks about it, because I've spent a lot of time by myself and before I met my partner, okay? So it was really, I had to look within. I had to really redefine a lot of things, and that shifted the reality around me, and then I could meet the person that was really meant for me. Okay, spiritual strength. So a lot of you really got so much help from spirituality, okay, especially with Uranus there in the 8th house. A lot of you have been interested in numerology, in astrology, and that really helped you move forward from conflict and defeat, okay? But Jupiter's in the 9th house, so this month traveling, and especially next year, is going to be great for traveling, great for career. So hang in there. Good things are coming. It's not always going to be this way, So yeah, hang in there. December is going to be a little bit ups and downs, but next year it's going to be up, 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 Libra. So get ready, write down your goals, or if you want to participate in I'm doing 2 giveaways of a half an hour. So if you want to participate in this intuitive astrology session with me for free, you write down in the comments, capital letters, giveaway plus your goal for 2025. So thank you so much, Libra. Wishing you all the best and a Merry Christmas, and wishing you a Happy New Year. Until next time. Thank you so much. Let's move on to Scorpio. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So there's a lot of emphasis in December 2024 on the 2nd house of Sagittarius, where we have this new moon on the 1st of December at 9 degrees, and also Gemini, which is in the 8th house, where is Jupiter. And this is really about your finances. So there will be a lot of focus on your finances. There could be some money coming in from something you have done in the past. There could be money coming back to you in the sense of taxes or insurance or a court case, something that you've been going through, that money could be coming in. This could be from investments you have done in the past as well, Scorpio. And also we have a new moon on the 30th of December, and this will be in the sign of Capricorn, which is your third house. So some of you are going on a little trip around the 30th of December. Maybe you're going to celebrate New Year's in a different place. Could be that you're visiting your siblings, communicating with your neighbors. You could be spending it with your neighbors. So yeah, overall, it doesn't feel as hard. However, what I don't like so much about this month is Mars stationing retrograde on the 6th of December. And it will be there until the 23rd of February 2024. And it's in an opposition with Pluto in the 4th house. Of course, you have to check your own chart, because I'm checking the whole house system to make it, or the equal house system to make it work for as many people as possible. But yeah, Pluto in the 4th house is definitely putting a restraint on family situations and your work. So it could be that either work is frustrating and you're bringing it home to your family, or your family situation is frustrating and it's hard to do your work. Maybe you have to keep working in the month of December. You can't get the holiday that you wish that you had, and you have to keep going. There could be a difficult situation regarding your house situation with your landlords, your roommates. Yeah, it's really, there could be some explosive energy which is distracting you from doing the things that you really want to do. Okay. I wanted to say something else. What did I want to say, Scorpio? Yeah. I'm going to get you a card. Let me just get you a card, Scorpio. Next year is going to be amazing for traveling. Good year for traveling. If you want to do some backpacking, or you want to, travel, study, it's going to be nice. Wisdom. Okay, follow your wisdom. So wherever is happening, whatever miscommunication even could be happening at work or in the family. I'm gonna have a sip of water. Sorry guys, I've been talking for quite some time already. Yeah, much better. So, solar plexus chakra. This is also about standing up for yourself, because Chiron in the 6th house have really been you mediating a lot, right? You've been giving a lot in the job situation or in your job, and maybe it's time to kind of stand up for yourself there. So on many levels, you are going to close certain situations so you make space for the new. And I feel that 2024 was really a year of wisdom. You learned so much about yourself, Scorpio. You learned so much about finances. So there could be a lot of changes with finances. Some of you have gotten an inheritance, or that's coming to you next year, or some lucky stuff with money. But make sure that you read all the lines carefully, especially up till the 15th, because we have Mercury retrograde. But even then, we're gonna have Mercury in a square with Saturn. Okay, so make sure to read all the lines before accepting the money, if there's anything that could be stopping you. Love begins. Some of you have met someone when Jupiter was in the 7th house, okay? Could be that you're growing closer to each other. Sometimes when the most difficult situations happen, you really get to know each other, and you can really see like, hey, this is going in a great direction. Also, Jupiter in the 8th house could be increasing your libido. That's not my, do whatever you want with that. But it's in the sign of Gemini. Gemini loves to talk. So Scorpios really bring intimacy in a relationship. You need to talk. Like if there is not good talks, deep talks, you're out of here. That's not going to connect you with someone. So if people want, especially, with all Scorpios, moon, sun, rising, if they want to connect with you, they need to come with some good deep conversations, because otherwise relationship is not happening, right? Yeah, I wanted to say something else. But yeah, no, I forgot it. Well, that's okay. If you want to participate in the giveaway, Scorpio, I'm going to do 2 because we surpassed 10,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. I'm so grateful for all of you. If you want to participate, write down in the comment section, giveaway, capital letters, plus a goal for 2025, things that, that you want to achieve in that year. And I'm going to pick 2 subscribers. So you have to be a subscriber in January that... I'm gonna announce them in one of my videos that have won these readings. So thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you, and on to next time. Let's move on to Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. First of all, happy birthday to my sun sign Sagittarius. I hope you're gonna have an amazing time. It's a beautiful day to do manifestations because the transiting sun will be on your natal sun, and this is going to highlight you, and you can send out your wishes into the world, okay? So we have this new moon at 9 degrees on the 1st of December. So this will impact you, especially if that's your birthday, right? Then we have a full moon in Gemini on the 15th of December, and this will be at 23 degrees. Did I say that correctly? Yep. I think it is 23. Yep, 23 degrees. And this will impact especially your 1st house and your 7th house, okay? Relationships. So there will be some changes there. Like some of you are getting proposed to. Some of you could be hearing from someone from the past. It is a retrograde, so really... getting married, and I don't want you to freak out. Like, it's not maybe the best time yet, okay? Next year would be better. But if it's already there, make sure to read the contracts well. And if you can sign them even later, would be better for you. Then we have Mars stationing retrograde after the 6th of December in your 9th house. And it's in an opposition with Pluto in the 3rd. And this is gonna be especially for Sag rising, okay? No driving and drinking. Watch out driving. Don't go in the car angry. Because it's Pluto is in opposition with Mars and Mars retrograde. So it's gonna be in an opposition this whole month. And after the 6th, it's going to be in a retrograde as well. So there will be some frustrations in communication as well. It's not a good time to buy a car. This sounds so negative. I'm just helping you out, you know, because better prevent than figure it out later, right? And yeah, so watch out with the communication with your siblings. And if you travel, be very careful, okay? Keep your mind sharp in the car. So relationships are very positive, especially next year, okay? If you're single, that's a good time to meet someone. Make sure that you are fully okay with yourself so you can attract someone that is at the same level as you. The more you're healed, the more you're whole and complete, the more you will attract someone that's really complementary to who you are, okay? And I'm talking like this from experience because I've been in a relationship with people that were not a match by far, and I never even experienced a healthy relationship until now. And so yeah, my recommendation is work on yourself and heal yourself, no matter what other people are saying, what you need to do, because you get a lot of people that are wanting you to, you know, you're this age and you should be meeting someone. You know, I was 33 when I met my partner, so there is no there's no judgment, there's no time, there's no clock. Everybody goes in their own time, okay? Better take your time than rush. And people say, oh, there's no one left, there's no one that. The universe will take care of someone in your life. I've seen people meeting people at any age. So there's no time clock. Not all the good women or men are gone. No. The right person will be there for you at the right time with the right experience. So yeah, I know some of you needed to hear that. You're already in a relationship, you know, you can take the next step, or you're just going to have a good time together. Especially After, like, December is still going to be a little bit uncomfy, but after that it's going to be much better. Saturn is in the 4th house, and it's going to be in a square with Mercury in the 1st. So there might be some miscommunication when it comes to your family. So especially around Christmas, watch out with what you're saying, what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like either you don't speak up, but there's like a bit of a chilly, cold vibe in the family that is a bit uncomfortable. There could also be some weird news from a landlord or a housing situation that is not completely in alignment with what it is that you want. You're definitely finding your home, and you can find your home by first finding the base within yourself. What do you look for in a home, and what feels like home for you, the people around you. And first you have to find that base in yourself and the strength, and then everybody surrounds you with that. What was I gonna say? Let's get a card. Movement, choices, and decisions. So some of you have some big choices to make in the upcoming time. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna live? Best is to move after Saturn is out of the 4th house, okay? But if you can't do it any other way, it could be a slow process, could be a bit difficult, okay? Trapped in fear. So it could be that you're not really sure where to go, but this is this contradictive energy, because you're going to have a lot of energy to do many things, but you don't know where to start, where to begin. It's like the universe is kind of holding you back. Firm foundation. What did we just talk about? First, look at this. The cross is in the base chakra. First, you need to find your own base, okay? Yeah, I have this. I was with my finger in between the door. Yeah, so that's why you see that. It's not nail polish. So first find your base, okay? Foundation and achievements. So what it feels like family, what feels like home, these are important questions that will be coming up. Solar plexus chakra. So use your wisdom, stand up for yourself if you have to, and things will be more than okay. So if you like this video, my amazing Sagittarius, subscribe to my channel. And if you want to participate in my free giveaway, because I surpassed 10,000 subscribers and I'm super, super grateful for all of you. You write in capital letters, giveaway, plus the goal for 2025, okay? So yeah, and maybe I'll speak to you in 2025. Keep an eye on the January videos, because I will announce the winners there. Anyways, have a lovely, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And until next time, let's move on to Capricorn. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So for you, there's a lot of focus in December on resting, okay? Because we're going to have this new moon in Sagittarius in your 12th house at 9 degrees. Then we have a full moon in Gemini, which is going to be in your 6th house. So there's a lot of focus on work, your routines, okay? And also you and your colleagues. Maybe you're going to have a better time with your colleagues. Things are going more smooth. But especially after December, because we still have Mercury retrograde. And it's going to be hard for you to express yourself. It's a bit of a weird vibe, because first Mercury retrograde in the 12th house. So it's hard to really grasp what it is that you want to say. It's going to be hard to speak up. And after that, Mercury is going to be in a square with Saturn, okay? This could be a difficulty in communication in general, because Saturn is in the 3rd house of communication. This could also be with your siblings. Things are colder. It's hard to speak up against your siblings, or there will be some miscommunication happening. If you're studying, you might have more trouble grasping your brain. The only way you can grasp is by silence, meditation, being by yourself behind the scenes. So if you're surrounded by other people, that's going to influence your thought process, okay? So make sure to be behind the scenes and have time to really self-reflect. Then after the 22nd, the sun is going into your sign. So first of all, happy birthday to my early sign Capricorns. I hope you have an amazing year. And if the sun is on your sun, transiting on your sun on your birthday, this is a perfect time for you to manifest what it is that you want to achieve, what you want to reach. So yeah, that's a perfect time to do that. But still, keep an eye on your diet and don't overindulge, because Jupiter in the 6th house can make you overeat a little bit. But also it is a good time for work, getting a new job, but I would wait until Jupiter is direct. But you can already start looking for something. Then next year it's a good time to shift. Pluto is in an opposition with Mars the whole month. Pluto just entered your 2nd house, so yay for that. No more Pluto in your sign. The only people who still kind of feel it would be late degree Capricorn, so late January, which are on the cusp with Aquarius. And it's in an opposition after the 6th of December with Mars retrograde. And this is related to your finances. So you will find some unfair situations when it comes to finances. Make sure to check your finances well, and the decisions that you make regarding your finances. I wouldn't make any big investments, or watch out for scammers. Okay, December, watch out for scammers, Capricorn. I don't want to make this video very negative, okay, but I do need to say how it is so I can warn you for certain things, right? So I see it in a positive way. Harmony. So you're going to rebalance yourself and really find your true self and find your strength, okay? So yeah, taxes, papers, get them in order, check them, because you could be fighting with some instances like some government organizations. Wisdom, but look at that, you're gonna gain a lot of wisdom. And the positive thing is that very soon the South Node is getting out of the 10th house into your 9th house. And the South Node is beautiful in the 9th house because this is about your inner wisdom. You're going to gain a lot of wisdom, and you could access wisdom from past lives during that time. The South Node in the 10th house could be cutting off jobs for you, okay? Could be cutting off jobs, but you could get clients that you worked with before or companies you worked with before. Some of you even stopped working on a collaboration and started working for yourself or working from home. But it's not so easy with Chiron in the 4th house, okay? But after at least the South Node is out of the 10th house, in January, end of January, it's going to be more positive for you. So hang in there, okay? It's going to be much better in January. So stand your ground. Stand your ground. That's my advice for you. That's my message. And if you want to participate in my free giveaway, I'm doing 2 free giveaways of half an hour. And you can participate by writing capital letters giveaway plus your goal for 2025. I want to know where you're up to. What your focus is going to be. Can be anything, right? Can be anything. Doesn't have to be career oriented. Whatever it is that your goal is or focus is, because purpose is so important, and it can be the smallest thing, right? The smallest thing you want to learn or you want to do for yourself. So write it in the comments, and I will announce a winner in January in one of my videos. And this is only for subscribers, so make sure you subscribe. Okay, thank you so much, Capricorn. I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas. For some of you, a happy birthday and a Happy New Year. So until next time, let's move on to Aquarius. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Good to see you. Let's talk about the month of December 2024. There's going to be a lot of focus on your friendships, especially up until the 22nd of December. We're having this new moon in Sagittarius on the 1st of December in your 11th house at 9 degrees. And this will be, hobbies, friendship, community. It might be that you are reconnecting with people you met during a workshop or that you met during a trip. Reconnecting with old friends, because we're dealing with Mercury retrograde. we're dealing with Jupiter retrograde, and they're in an opposition with each other. So yeah, there might be a reconnection. And with Jupiter in the 5th house, if you want to expand your family, I think it's better to wait until Jupiter direct, but hey, you can't always plan your pregnancy at the exact dot, right? But yeah, this year, next year is definitely a time for pregnancies. To meet someone new. However, December is tricky for relationships. December is tricky for everyone because people want to go, move forward, but something is holding them back. And it's not just Mars retrograde, which will happen after the 6th of December. And it will stay there until the 23rd of February. But it will start off in Leo, in the 7th house for you. And Pluto moved in your sign. This is major. Aquarius, your life is going to be upside down, inside out, everything. But you're going to come out stronger, better than ever. Okay? Don't be scared of this. This is going to really help you transform. It's going to show you who's no longer serving you, what's no longer good for you, and what habits are no longer good for yourself. And Pluto is not, very nicely showing it to you. It's kind of like in your face, but you're going to learn and you're going to come out so much stronger and better because it's the power planet, and power is not ego. Pluto wants you to have strength from within, the spiritual power. So you're going to develop that in the upcoming time. So especially early degree Aquarius, okay? Between 0 and 5 degrees, you're going to be impacted by this. Also in December, because Mars retrograde in the 7th house is going to kind of upset your relationship. So there might be some fights. It could be with an ex. There could be a fight. If things are getting out of hand, get out. Because everyone, there is this boiling anger coming up, okay? Unresolved anger towards your partner or your exes or someone that you used to date. Like this anger that maybe you were suppressing for so long might be coming up. So find healthy ways to let that go. Because ultimately, the past is the past and you can learn from it. And even though it's the present, it's time to choose yourself. If you're in an unhealthy situation, you choose yourself, okay? It doesn't mean that if you're in a healthy relationship that suddenly it will go wrong. It's not like that at all. Pluto and Mars retrograde are bringing up everything that you've been hiding within your body, that you've been stuffing away, that you don't want to face, that you don't want to see. This is what's coming up, okay? So don't be scared that it will destroy a very healthy relationship. That can really withstand a lot, okay? And there's nothing to worry about that. Then there is a new one in Capricorn, and for you, Capricorn is in your 12th house. So by the end of the month, take a break, relax, take a bath, be sweet to yourself, meditate, spend time with your family. Okay, enjoy time with your family, do some exciting activities, play some games. That will be all good, okay? Saturn is in the 2nd house, and it's squaring by the end of the month Mercury. And this is not a good time to lend money to friends or get a loan from friends, okay? Transformation. I cannot make this up. I just pulled transformation for you. There is no better word that will describe this period for you. You're going to come out so much better. Like, it's not something to fear. It's actually really making your character. Best way to put it is break the ego. If you have a big ego, Pluto is not going to be your friend. If you don't have a big ego, this time is easy, right? It's going to be much better. Solar plexus chakra. So it's time for you to follow your path and to shine. It will give you the strength to go after what it is that you want. Okay? December is not the time yet, but it will give you the ideas and plans that you can do in 2025. Patience and planning. Look at that. You have to be patient. Planning and patience. With all of that, you're going to achieve just what you need, just what you want. Yeah, that's my message for you. So work on your hobbies, do something fun, spend time with your friends, reconnect, and you're going to be just fine. I'm going to do 2 half-an-hour giveaways, and because we surpassed 10,000 subscribers, yay! That's really amazing, and I want to give something back to you. So if you want to participate in this reading, write capital letters plus your plan for 2025, and I will pick 2 winners in my January video. You have to be a subscriber, so make sure you subscribe and you keep an eye on my upcoming videos. And who knows, I will be talking to you in 2025. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. And until next time, let's move on to Pisces. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have this month of December. There's a huge focus on your career and on your home situation. So it's a lovely, lovely time in December for you to connect with family. You might be hearing something about a housing situation. However, it's not yet the best time to move, even because Jupiter is retrograde and it's in an opposition with Mercury retrograde, especially at the beginning of the month. After that, it will be a bit better because Mercury will be in the 10th house, which is more related to your work. And it will be in a square with Saturn in the 1st. So miscommunications at work. You might find that you carry a lot of responsibility at work, like a lot of pressure is being put on you. And it's going to be kind of not the right time to talk about it. It's better to wait until January. Then, because also we have Mars. Mars is in the 6th house in Leo, and it will station retrograde on the 6th of December. And this will be in an opposition with Pluto in the 12th house. And this is telling you that if you overwork, you need to rest, because the universe will grab the situation and will make sure that you have to rest and that you really take care of yourself. There might be some miscommunication with your colleagues, like people around you that are maybe not reacting in the best way. And make sure to keep the anger to yourself and go to the gym. Leave it out in the gym, because the anger is boiling within everyone this month. Mars retrograde and Pluto in an opposition. So pretty much everyone is a bit on edge this month, okay? What do we have? Harmony. It's about finding harmony again. Rebalancing your harmony. You might be working on something you worked on before and you need to revise what you've done, or overlook the year and make like an end report. Stuff like that is really good to do this month. Wisdom. Gathering the wisdom that you have gathered. And it could be that an old idea that you have told before could be brought up in the workplace, and they're going to actually work on that. But with Saturn in the 1st house, you have gained a lot of wisdom and you grew a lot stronger. I'm seeing light. Even though you felt a bit heavy for a while, especially during Saturn retrograde, now Saturn is direct again. So you do feel like the light, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you're gonna feel more motivated to work hard and to go after the things what you want, okay? Next year, Saturn will be out of this 1st house, at least for a little while, giving you some relief, but you're gonna be stronger and more responsible. And these were the lessons that Saturn was trying to teach you, okay? Sacral chakra. This is your creativity, and especially next year, you're gonna work on your creativity. Work on your, maybe you want to expand your family. Next year is a beautiful time to do that, Pisces. Patience. So plant your seed, but this is not the time to really go all in. December is not the month for that. positive movement forward. So this is the time where you're starting to see positive movement forward. Don't work too hard. It's not a month to work very, very hard, to do a lot of things. I have to get you a life purpose card as well for my Pisces. Speaker. I'm talking to some speakers or some people that are very good at speaking or writing. You can practice these skills, right? Look at that, an author. So some of you have a book in mind, you're writing blogs or you're writing for work, and that's going to help you. This is going to give you more attention. Could be something you've written before. Spiritual teacher. So some of you are definitely on the spiritual path, and I'm getting creative expression. So you also can create your life on a canvas. It's time to go after what it is that you want, but it's not the time to act on it. This is the time to make the planning, okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Pisces. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. If you want to participate in my free giveaway, I'm going to pick 2 people for a half-an-hour reading, and I'm going to announce them in the video in January. So keep an eye in January, the videos. If you want to participate, write giveaway in capital letters plus your goal for 2025. I wish you I wanted to say Happy New Year and Merry Christmas at the same time. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and all the best to you. Many blessings. Until next time. Thank you.